All right, good morning, everybody, and happy Veterans Day observed, right? Yesterday was Veterans Day. We're observing it today as well. So happy Veterans Day to everybody out there who has sacrificed and served for this great country here in the United States of America. Hope everybody is having a great Monday. I know a lot of people, because again, it's observed on a Monday, right? A lot of people have work, so thank you so much for joining me. Maybe in the comfort of your own home, apartment, condo, townhome, whatever. Thanks so much for stopping by this morning. I'm Jeremy Brunansky. It's 10 a.m. at PST right here on YouTube. And we're going to talk some more movie news, movie reviews, and a little bit more. We've got a lot to talk about as always this week. So stay tuned all the way to the end, because this week we're going to take a look at a couple cool news stories. We're going to take a look at the People's Choice Awards and kind of see what everybody was voting on, what they thought was some of the best films this year. We're going to take a look at one news story about Disney. We're going to take a look at two movie reviews. Then we've got what's hitting theaters this week, what's arriving on DVD this week, Certified Rad, and at the very end, we're going to talk just a very small amount of politics. So don't freak out. If you don't like politics at all, you don't need to worry about it. That's at the very end. I will give you a gigantic clue that it's happening in Politic Talk real quick at the very end, just to finish things off, and you can tune out if you want. But before we jump into this week's episode, let's go ahead and get the commercials out of the way. If you are new to the channel, every Monday we talk movie news, reviews, and more right here on YouTube at 10 a.m. PST. So go ahead and click the subscribe button, hit the bell so you get the notifications once new content drops on this channel. Also, make sure you're following us on Twitter as well, and that's just at Brunansky's Vlog. Because if there's any delays, if there's anything like last week, right, where we had to adjust the time for the show, that's all covered and detailed on Twitter. So you want to stay informed, follow us on Twitter at Brunansky's Vlog. Click subscribe, hit the bell, and if any point you enjoy this episode, go ahead and give me the thumbs up, because the thumbs up helps people who like movie-related shows find this movie-related show right here on YouTube. Also, we are closing in on the holidays, right? We've got Veterans Day right now going on. Then we've got Thanksgiving, my favorite holiday. Then after that, we've got everything with the Christmas season. So down below, as we go through this show, you're going to see a lot of different links. Some of those are for the news topics that we're going to cover. Some of them are for Certified Rad. Some of them are just ideas for starting your own YouTube channel. I've thrown a bunch of gear down there. If you want to start your own YouTube channel, your own Twitch stream, your own Facebook Live, Instagram TV, whatever the case may be, I've thrown some ideas down below in the description box to help you get your channel started so you can get your content out on the internet for the world to see and join in on. So go ahead and check those out. Also, if you've got family who wants to jump into the whole video and video streaming, check out those links below. They're Amazon links. Go ahead and give them a look. Christmas is coming up. Maybe you need to get some presents. That's what they're there for. So go ahead and check it out. All right, we are going to move now into this week's episode. Like I said, we've got a lot to talk about, so we're not going to waste any time. We're going to jump right now into the news segment. So here we go. Boom. All right, there we go. We got the news up and running here. So down below, you can check it out. The ticker tape is running. So that is the honorable mention. So news stories that I saw that I was like, well, that's pretty cool. But since this is a 30-minute show, fingers crossed, right? 30-minute show, we can't get everything all in one show. So check the ticker tape down below. Honorable mentions, news stories that dropped that I thought were cool, but we don't really have time to dive into this week. So we're going to take a look right now at the weekend box office. I got out to the theaters to see two films this weekend. Can You Ever Forgive Me, Melissa McCarthy's film, and The Grinch. So that's what I saw. Let's take a look at the weekend box office. Let's check out what you guys were watching this weekend. And again, all of these links are down below. So coming to us from Box Office Mojo, and from number 5 to number 1. Number 5 is The Girl in the Spider's Web with 8,015,000. Coming in at number 4 is The Nutcracker in the Four Realms at 9,565,000. Number 3 is Overlord at 10,100,000. Bohemian Rhapsody coming in at number 2 with 30,850,000. And Dr. Seuss's The Grinch at 66 million. So a pretty nice lead out there of over $30 million between number 1 and number 2. Pretty nice stuff. Now, what I am surprised about is I am surprised that Bohemian Rhapsody only had a dip of about 39%. I didn't know how well this movie would play with just the casual movie-going fan who isn't already a fan of the band Queen. Because there's a lot in this about the band and about their lifestyle, and it feels to me, it felt like they didn't know what story they wanted to tell. Was it about the band? Was it about one person in the band? Was it a biopic? Or was it about all 4 members of the band Queen and what is their story? So For more information, go ahead and check out my review for that in the movie review playlist. My review for that and the Nutcracker in the Four Realms is up right now, so you can check those out. But not surprised at all by The Grinch. I really like The Grinch. I got to go see this with my family. So the nieces and nephews, everybody, we all went to the movies. And it was a lot of fun, right? I laughed more than I thought I would. My nieces and nephews were cracking up. All the kids in the theater were cracking up. It's just a really well done holiday film. I think it does a really great job for the Grinch franchise overall, right? So we got 3 films. The one from 1966 that Boris Karloff with the infamous song, right? You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. Fast forward to 2000, we got Jim Carrey and Ron Howard coming in to do a live action Grinch, right? And now we've got Benedict Cumberbatch as the Grinch. And I really enjoyed this film. Stay tuned for my review on it later in the show, but not surprised at all. It's number 1. Really great stuff. Fresh take on a classic tale that we're familiar with. It's a nice mix of music and everything else. Just overall, really well done film. So if you've got family, or even if you don't, you can just go see it by yourself. It's a really just fun holiday movie. Overlord, still looking forward to that. It looks like it's just a World War II monster film, and that's cool for me. Nutcracker in the Four Realms, I enjoyed. Not surprised it's still in the top 5 because it's a holiday film, right? And the only other holiday film competing with it right now is Dr. Seuss's The Grinch, and both are family movies. So seeing that we've got 2 Christmas family movies in the top 5 at this time of year is pretty nice, even though I am confused why Christmas movies come out before Thanksgiving. Whatever. All right, coming in at number 5, Girl in the Spider's Web. I didn't see Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. I can't really comment on it. If you saw these films and you enjoyed them, if you read the books, throw your comments in the comments section below. But really quick, again, really happy to see The Grinch at number 1. Not surprised. Am surprised that Bohemian Rhapsody only had a 39% drop because, again, I didn't honestly know how that movie was going to play with the casual movie-going base who is not a fan of the band Queen. So, job well done there in trying to get everything squared away with that film and getting people into the theater to see it. The sound in it is great. If you saw my review, you know I saw it in IMAX, and the music rocked my face off, which is awesome. So, there you go. If you like the band Queen, you'll probably enjoy it. I don't know. I had some problems with it. Again, check out my review for more information. Real quick, let's just round out the top 10. The Hate You Give at number 10. Halloween at number 9. Venom at number 8. Nobody's Fool at number 7. And A Star Is Born. Still in the top 10, 6 weeks in at number 6. The Hate You Give being the big standout for me, 6 weeks in as well. This was a smaller indie release. It didn't have a lot of theaters initially, and then it's just been growing in more and more theaters the longer it's out. So, job well done to everybody in that film. I still haven't seen it yet, but it keeps making money. It's still in the top 10, 6 weeks in, and it was a smaller, more indie release. So, from what we can glean, right, the people who get out to see this movie are enjoying it, and they're telling their friends, go check this film out. So, there you go. Real quick, top 10, rapid fire. Hate You Give, number 10, then 9, Halloween, 8, Venom, 7, Nobody's Fool, 6, A Star Is Born, 5, The Girl in the Spider's Web, 4, Nutcracker in the Four Realms, number 3, Overlord, number 2, Bohemian Rhapsody, and number 1, Dr. Seuss's The Grinch. So there you go. You can check out my review for some of these films in the movie review playlist. Let us know in the comments section below, what are your thoughts on the top 10, the top 5? Did you see these movies? What did you think of these movies? Let us know in the comments section below. All right, let's go ahead and move now into the first story, and that is going to be the People's Choice Awards. People's Choice Awards, right? People cast their votes to say, hey, these are the movies I liked. These are the actors I liked. Let's take a look at it, right? Not really the Oscars, right? It's not really the Oscars, but I'll take the People's Choice Awards over like the Golden Globes or anything like that, right? Because at least, you know, people get to vote on them and it's outside of the bubble. So let's take a look real quick at the People's Choice Awards. This list is compiled by The Hollywood Reporter, so you can go ahead and check it out again in the description box below. It's waiting for you. Check it out. All right, so coming in for movies of 2018, they had 5 nominees. The 5 nominees were Avengers Infinity War, Black Panther, Incredibles 2, 50 Shades Freed, and A Quiet Place. So can you guess which film came in at number 1? Avengers Infinity War. Avengers Infinity War came in with the number 1 spot. Most people voted for it. Out of those 5 films, definitely not surprised it beat Black Panther or 50 Shades Freed. I thought Avengers Infinity War was a better movie overall in general. I didn't see 50 Shades Freed, but better than Black Panther overall in general. I enjoyed Black Panther too, so I'm not knocking it. It was a good film, but I thought Avengers Infinity War was better. Incredibles 2, I'm a little surprised that that didn't win because Incredibles 2 is incredible. And then A Quiet Place probably in my top 10 still for this year. A Quiet Place really surprised me. I really enjoyed the characters. I really enjoyed the story and the emotional depth and the heart that was in that film. So if you still haven't seen A Quiet Place, stop sleeping on this film. Check it out. You can stream it. You can Redbox it. But you need to get your hands on a copy and watch this film. It is really good. So A Quiet Place, I could see A Quiet Place or Avengers Infinity War being the top spot. I'm surprised a little bit that Avengers Infinity War beat it, but not by much. Not so much that I would be like, wow, I can't believe that happened. But either one of those winning would not surprise me. So congratulations, Avengers Infinity War. Comedy movie of 2018. We got The Spy Who Dumped Me, Love, Simon, Blockers, Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again, and Crazy Rich Asians. And the winner is going to be The Spy Who Dumped Me. That came in with the #1 comedy. Now, I saw this. I was actually out of the country visiting family when I saw this, and we all had a good time. It was a lot of fun. So, you know, it's not the best movie, but it has its moments where it's fun, and then it has its moments where it's like, what was that? Why was that necessary? It didn't really like move the plot or anything like that. It was just weird for the sake of being weird. So am I surprised that it beat Crazy Rich Asians? Yes, absolutely I am. I think Crazy Rich Asians is a way better film than The Spy Who Dumped Me. But I did like The Spy Who Dumped Me to a point. There was a lot of funny moments in it. And I'm looking forward to a sequel if they're going to make that happen, right? It ends and it looks like there could be a sequel. But overall, if I'm looking at these 5 films and going, which one would I say? I only saw The Spy Who Dumped Me and Crazy Rich Asians, but I'm definitely giving it to Crazy Rich Asians on that one. So surprised at The Spy Who Dumped Me, but you guys liked it, so congratulations. All right, action movies of 2018. We've got Avengers Infinity War, Black Panther, Deadpool 2, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, and Ocean's 8. And out of these films, the winner is... That's right, Avengers Infinity War brings it in for a second award at the People's Choice. Out of these movies being action movies, I don't know what the criteria is for action as far as the voting is concerned in this People's Choice Awards. But Ocean's 8, I don't know how that's an action movie. But hey, whatever, you guys voted for it. Avengers Infinity War, not really surprising. It won out of all of the films in the top 5. Again, job well done. Best drama of 2018. We have out of the dramas, we've got 50 Shades Freed, 12 Strong, Red Sparrow, Midnight Sun, and A Quiet Place. And the winner is 50 Shades Freed. So there you go. I think we can kind of safely guess who the majority voting block in this category was. Based on the demographics and the turnout for that film. I guess that lets us know where the people's mindset is at for as far as dramatic films are concerned and what the voting demographics are as far as age, sex, etc. go. So we can assume and we can glean from this category that a lot of women were voting for this category. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but 50 Shades Freed winning Best Drama of 2018 over 12 Strong and Red Sparrow and A Quiet Place. Guys, I think we should have voted more. That's all I'm going to say. Guys, I think we should have voted more. So 12 Strong, I enjoyed that. Red Sparrow, I thought was really good. I was really surprised at actually how much I enjoyed that story. It's intense, but it's a really good spy thriller. And again, A Quiet Place. You already heard my thoughts on that. I really liked A Quiet Place. Don't sleep on that film. Check it out. Family movie of 2018. Still can't believe 50 Shades Freed won that category. But hey, you guys voted. Family movie of 2018. Incredibles 2, A Wrinkle in Time, Hotel Transylvania 3, I Can Only Imagine, and Christopher Robin. And the winner is, you guessed it, Incredibles 2. I think that was a walkaway. I don't know how that film wouldn't win. Wrinkle in Time, I had some issues with. Hotel Transylvania 3 is fun. I Can Only Imagine, I did not see. That was the faith-based film that actually surprised everybody as far as how well it did in the box office. So if you are inclined to watch faith-based movies or religious-centered films, you may want to check that out if you haven't seen it. Everybody that I talked to that enjoys faith-based films thought it was pretty good. So there you go. I did not see it, however. Christopher Robin. I really liked Christopher Robin. I was very, very surprised at how much heart that film has and how touching the story was. Christopher Robin, definitely check it out. It is available on DVD and Redbox right now, so hit it up. But definitely not surprised that out of those 5 films, The Incredibles 2 walked away the winner. Male movie star went to Chadwick Boseman for Black Panther. Female movie star went to Scarlett Johansson for Avengers Infinity War. And drama movie star went to Jamie Dornan for 50 Shades Freed. Comedy movie star picked up with Melissa McCarthy for Life of the Party. I got to give it to her. Life of the Party was just a fun, lighthearted comedy, but Melissa McCarthy plays a mom super, super well in that film. It was very believable that she was a mom in that movie. So there you go. Action movie star of 2018, Dana Guerrera for Black Panther. She beat out Chris Hemsworth, Ryan Reynolds, Chadwick Boseman, and Chris Pratt. So there you go. There's your winners. We got Dana Guerrera for her role in Black Panther, Melissa McCarthy for Life of the Party comedy movie star, Jamie Dornan for 50 Shades Freed drama, Scarlett Johansson for Avengers Infinity War female, Chadwick Boseman Black Panther male, Incredibles 2 family movie, 50 Shades Freed best drama, Avengers Infinity War best action, Spy Who Dumped Me best comedy, Avengers Infinity War overall best movie of 2018. So there you go. There's your People's Choice Awards. Let me know, did you vote? Did you cast a vote? What did you vote for? Let us know in the comments section below. But that is your People's Choice Awards nominees and winners. So congratulations to all the winners. Looking forward to seeing what is going to be up for Oscar season. All right, next news story is coming to us from Deadline. Again, down below in the description box, Disney streaming. We've got some more information on Disney streaming. We got an announcement. They're going to be making a Rogue One prequel, and they are also going to be calling the Disney streaming service Disney Plus. So Disney Plus is going to be the name of the streaming service. So when you start seeing news break on the interwebs about Disney Plus, that's going to be the streaming service. And this is going to be the direct-to-consumer service similar to Netflix and Amazon Video. And it's going to be launching late next year of 2019. And it's going to have Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, and it's also going to be incorporating programs from National Geographic's, which it acquired in the acquisition from 21st Century Fox. So there you go. We've already heard that they're going to be doing the Star Wars Bounty Hunter movie or show. They're going to be doing the Star Wars Bounty Hunter show on this service. We've already heard that they are going to be now doing, right? They just said National Geographic specials, which doesn't surprise me. And also, they just announced they're going to be doing a Rogue One prequel. So we got some pretty good Star Wars content coming out. We can look forward to other things as well, I'm sure. But I think this is a pretty good news as far as Star Wars fans are concerned, because if we still don't know the price point that I'm aware of. So once the price point drops, we can say, well, is it worth it knowing that we're going to get, you know, a Star Wars prequel for Rogue One, a prequel to a prequel. And we're also going to be getting a Bounty Hunter story with Jon Favreau heading the charge on that one, plus whatever other content they want to drop, right? So far, Disney Plus is looking pretty good. And we've talked about it before, right? On this show, I've said ad nauseum that we can expect great things from Disney because that's what Disney does. Disney always delivers the goods, and they want to make sure that when it launches successfully with no hiccups or minimal hiccups at best. And it doesn't really glitch for the users. They want the user experience to be really good, really clean, really smooth. So we can expect a lot from this service. And it looks like what I've been saying is coming to pass, right? They're setting everything up. So once it launches, boom, out the gate, we're running. We are ready to go with all kinds of Disney, Marvel, Fox, Star Wars goodies. So looking forward to it. Let me know in the comments section. Are you excited about Disney Plus? I know I am. What would you like to see their price point be? Would it be competitive like a $9.99 like Netflix? What are you thinking? Hit it up in the comments section. Let us know. All right, we're going to go ahead and move now into the movie review segment. Like I said earlier at the top of the show, I got out to see 2 films, Can You Ever Forgive Me? And I got out to see Dr. Seuss's The Grinch. So we're going to go ahead and roll to those. Then right afterwards, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. We've got what's hitting theaters, what's arriving on DVD and Blu-ray, Certified Rad, and just a little bit. We're going to talk just a little bit of politics at the very end of this show. But again, don't worry. I will give you the heads up. I will give you big hand signals saying, this is it. This is controversial time, right? Politics. Red flags go up. People's ears get sensitive. It's politics. Who knows what's going to happen? I do, because it's my show, but you don't. So if you want to stay tuned, go ahead and stay tuned. But I will give you the signal before we wrap up. This is the politics section, and then you can sign out and go back to your Monday. All right, everybody, we'll be right back. We're going to jump into these movie reviews. Don't go anywhere, and hope you guys are ready for Can You Ever Forgive Me? And The Grinch. Be right back. The life of a writer is probably less glamorous than most people would believe, because you have to be comfortable being alone for hours at a time working. Actually, that aspect of the job is probably pretty appealing to people who aren't really people. Anyway, back to this film. This film is about one writer who is a depressed alcoholic. So, does Can You Ever Forgive Me deliver a believable portrayal of an individual who is depressed, who is a drunk, and who is down on their luck? Or should we just watch reruns of Mike and Molly instead? Let's talk about it in this review. The story begins by showing us the personality of writer and New York Times best-selling author Lee Israel, played by Melissa McCarthy. She is at her office drinking at her desk, going over paperwork, when her attitude towards her coworkers and presumably her boss eventually get her fired. She takes one more drink and Lee Israel has left the building. From there, the story continues to build on her personality, the world she inhabits, and her outlook on life. And this is actually where the film shines its brightest, is in its depiction of someone who is a depressed alcoholic. Overall, this is a human experience piece. McCarthy delivers a powerful performance of somebody who is on the edge, depressed beyond reason, and struggling to find her joy. She does have a pet cat that does bring her comfort and joy until that is, of course, when the cat dies, pushing her further and deeper into emotional darkness. The character of Israel is looked at extensively in this film, and fortunately for us, McCarthy's talent is able to take us on this journey as we go through this emotional roller coaster with her. However, we don't ever really get to see Israel happy. We get, I would say, melancholy at best. Does she laugh and smile? Of course she does. But I would never go as far as to say that at any point do we ever really see her happy. I would argue that at best, we get to see her experiencing moments of happiness to help buoy her otherwise defeated spirit. So the interesting thing about this film for me is that we're exploring the life of the protagonist who is constantly in darkness. In all, I wouldn't say that I was wowed by the story as much as I was impressed with the emotional range that McCarthy is able to deliver. Unfortunately for me, the story felt longer than it actually is. The runtime clocks in at 106 minutes, which is just under 2 hours long, but the film itself felt like it was over 2.5 hours long. The progression of the story creeps by as we dive into the world that one individual inhabits during this period in their life. Where does she hang out? Who does she hang out with? What are the conversations like at every single place that she goes to? There were also scenes in this film that felt repetitive as well regarding her selling these fake documents. This wasn't montages of her just going around town selling the phony documents or anything like that. This was literally her going into every store and every appointment and having conversations that continue to further and continue to build on the relationships that we already know exist. So maybe by, instead of having her walk in and have continued conversations over and over and over about the same or similar things that aren't really developing the story, really developing and moving the plot forward, you can kind of do a montage, right? And that would cut things down. It would definitely cut the runtime down, make this a nice tight 90 minutes. Additionally, keeping with the idea of scenes that could have been cut or changed to lessen the runtime to keep it at a tight 90 minutes, we can look at the scenes where she is out with her friend gallivanting about town. These didn't really do anything to further the plot or really build out her character at all because we know that deep down inside she's a depressed alcoholic. So all of these revelries really fell flat for me, and I don't feel that they really progressed the story forward that much. By the end of the film, we understand why some of them were important because of the book that eventually gets written, but overall we spend a lot of time seeing these moments happen when again, just a simple quick montage probably could have told the exact same story in less time. Can You Ever Forgive Me is playing at your local movie theater right now, and I'm actually not going to recommend a big screen viewing of this film. I feel like this film and Melissa McCarthy's incredible performance can be just as enjoyable on the television screen as it was on the big screen. So because of these reasons, Can You Ever Forgive Me will only be getting one high five from this guy. Can You Ever Forgive Me is playing at your local movie theater right now. Maybe go see The Old Man and the Gun instead. The year 1966, and the Grinch makes his first video appearance with a song that thrusts him immediately into holiday pop culture. Fast forward to the year 2000, over 30 years later, and the Grinch makes his very first live-action big screen debut. Now here in 2018, the Grinch is back in a brand new animated film with all new gadgets, new jokes, a new forest friend, and that same bad attitude. So, does the Grinch deliver on all the holiday fun that we've come to expect from everyone's favorite green grumpy guy and his loyal dog? Or should we just go back to enjoying Jim Carrey's cranky Christmas character instead? Let's talk about it in this review. The Grinch and Max are back for another Christmas in Whoville. The Who's down in Whoville are gearing up for another big Christmas celebration with a gigantic tree, houses adorned with lights, and yards full of inflatable decorations. Christmas carols are also already being sung in the town, and all of the kids down in Whoville are anxiously awaiting for Santa to arrive and bring them their presents. And the Grinch makes a startling discovery that he's eaten all of the food in his kitchen that was supposed to last him through the winter so he could avoid all of the Who's in Whoville during Christmas. So, him and Max are down the mountain to Christmas shop and get some more food for his kitchen to last the holiday season. And that's where this story begins. In all, I really enjoyed this new version of the Grinch and Max. Plus, the animation style that they used to create a brand new, fresh look to everything while still having those familiarities to how the Who's look and how Whoville looks and everything else. It was really nice and I really dug it. And in this version, just like previous versions, when we get a brand new version of the Grinch, we also get to meet new people in Whoville. And I really enjoyed the new characters in this film as well. Plus, no Grinch story would be complete without Cindy Lou Who. And we get a brand new version of Cindy Lou Who in this movie as well. And as always, Cindy Lou Who is able to help show the Grinch that Christmas is more than just presents, decorations, and cookies. However, in this story, it's done very creatively, as she is able to show the Grinch the true meaning of Christmas through not a request for a gift for herself, but through a very selfless and heart-filled gift request for her mother. Cindy Lou Who is not interested in games, or toys, or a bicycle. Instead, her Christmas wish is so that her mother can have a companion or a friend, because she sees how hard her mother works alone for the family. And because this is her Christmas wish, she realizes that she's got to get this message to Santa. So her and her friends in the town get together, concoct ways to try and trap Santa when he comes down the chimney on Christmas Eve. It's a lot of fun. And it's that heartfelt, innocent request from a child for her mother that eventually wins over the heart of the Grinch. And then she goes even further to invite the Grinch to dinner. And he does. He shows up. So we see a complete transformation from the Grinch because of that one selfless act from Cindy Lou Who. He even wears a tie. He comes down to the town and has a full Christmas meal with not just Cindy Lou Who and her family, but all of the townspeople that are at the house. And I really enjoyed this approach to the story, and this might actually make it my favorite Grinch film of all of the three. This movie does a great job of capturing the spirit of Christmas and being together, helping one another, and recognizing that even the mean old Grinch doesn't deserve to be alone at Christmas. The Grinch is playing at your local movie theater right now, and I'm absolutely recommending a big screen viewing of this film. This is a wonderfully charming and heart-filled story for the entire family this holiday season. I really enjoyed my time in the theater with these characters, the familiar ones as well as the new ones, and I laughed more than I thought I would. I also enjoyed the variety in the music that accompanies this story. And the balance between the narrator's rhyming style and the actual dialogue, I thought they did a great job with. And again, that twist at the very end on why we see the Grinch's heart grow 3 times bigger was so nice, and it could literally make this my favorite Grinch movie of the 3. So because of all these reasons, the Grinch will be getting both high fives from this guy. The Grinch is playing at your local movie theater right now. Get your kids, get your family together, and go check out this fun holiday animated feature. All right, and we are back. Thank you so much for sticking around. I'm Jeremy Brunansky. This is Brunansky's Vlog. Before we sign off, going to take a look at what's hitting theaters this week, what's arriving on DVD and Blu-ray for your home theater this week, certified rad, and we're going to talk just a little bit of politics. But again, don't worry. Don't freak out. If you don't want to pay attention to that, you don't have to. I'll give you the big heads up, and you can sign right out. All right, let's go ahead and jump real quick right into what is hitting theaters this week. Coming out in theaters this week, we have Widows, Instant Family, and The Crimes of Grindelwald, Fantastic Beasts 2. So out of these 3 films, I am looking forward to most definitely Fantastic Beasts 2, The Crimes of Grindelwald. How excited am I for this film? I am pretty excited about this film. I really like the Harry Potter franchise. In fact, when I went to see Fantastic Beasts, they gave me a wand at the screening. So I've got my own special wand here. For when I went to go see that film. Instant Family looks like it's going to be a heartfelt comedy, good time right now, right, with the holidays. And Widows, I mean, it could be good, right? I don't know. The trailers really haven't sold me on it. It looks just kind of like, it looks okay in my opinion, but definitely looking forward to The Crimes of Grindelwald. All right, let's take a look at what is hitting DVD this week. Coming out on DVD, we have The Meg, Alpha, Mile 22, and Juliet Naked. Out of these 4 films, I am looking forward to or I'm going to recommend that you guys check out The Meg. I really enjoyed The Meg. It was everything that the trailers promised it would be and more. Really enjoyed that. Looking forward to Juliet Naked. I really wanted to see that in theaters. I like Chris O'Dowd a lot, so I was looking forward to checking out him doing kind of a more dramatic but still comedic performance. The story looked like it was pretty good. Mile 22 looked like it was just going to be a straight up dude action flick, so I wanted to check that out. And Alpha, what's not to enjoy about the story that deals with a boy and his dog? So I might check that out as well. So 4 good films to check out, but the one I did see was The Meg. So I'm going to go ahead and recommend that you guys check out The Meg. All right, let's go ahead and move now into the final full segment of the show. And that is going to be Certified Rad. But before we jump into Certified Rad, I did want to let everybody know that we only have 6 live episodes left this year. Can you believe it? 6. We are going to be moving right through this month and right into December, and then boom, Christmas and New Year's hits, and we will be done for the year. So 6 more live episodes coming your way in 2018, and then we are boom, done for the year, and we'll be back in 2019. So stay tuned. Make sure you click subscribe and hit the bell so you don't get any notifications as we finish up 2018 with 6 more live episodes to go. That's it. 6 people. Don't miss out. All right. Also, because it's Veterans Day, I wanted to take time to just do a quick thank you to all the veterans as well, and kind of share some information about Veterans Day if you are a veteran, and how you can get free food or meal discounts for you, and not necessarily just you, but you and your family. Also, before we jump into that, I wanted to say congratulations to everybody, because we hit that 100-year anniversary, right, for the end of World War I, the Great War, the one, you know, that started it all. And then we moved into all of the chaos of World War II, but World War I, that was definitely the big one. So we have 100 years, and then Poland. I've got family that came to the country from Poland. So, and then, yeah, Poland into Canada and also into America. So I've got family that came here from Poland. So congratulations for the 100-year anniversary and independence to everybody in Poland. I know I've got viewers in Poland, England, India, Germany. So congratulations, everybody. Happy anniversary to you in Poland. 100 years. That's really dope too. And then also let's jump into Certified Rad for our vets. So in the article, in the description box below, you can find the article, or you can find it on the Twitter page for Brunansky's vlog. It's coming to us from USA Today. And what they do is they actually list out all of the different restaurants that veterans can go and get free food at or discounted food at. So go ahead and check that article out, because not just is it certified rad that these restaurants are recognizing the sacrifice that our veterans have made for our country and our freedoms, so that we can do stuff like what I'm doing right now, right? Talking to you guys about movies online, or you can do what you guys like to do. If it's working with, you know, mortgages, or if it's working with people as a counselor, if you are out there, you know, and you're a police officer, a first responder, right? A firefighter. These people that are going out, these servicemen and women that are sacrificing their time and their lives to protect our freedoms, definitely is certified rad. But then we have all of these people stepping up that own restaurants to offer free food in recognition of their service. And when you can take your time and you can take, you know, your bottom dollar, and you can say, look, we may take a hit for this, but it's worth it because these people risk their lives for our freedoms, you can guarantee that that is certified rad. So check that out. We got Applebee's, we got Backyard Burgers, we got Bar Louie, we got BJ's Restaurant House and Brew House, Bonefish Grill, Boston Market, Buffalo Wild Wings, California Pizza Kitchen, Chili's, Chipotle, and the list goes on and on and on. So if you are a veteran, thank you for your service. Check out the link down below. Lots of free stuff for you guys to check out. All right, this is the big moment right here. We are going to jump into politics real quick, because I made a promise to my parents, and we are going to keep that promise. So let's rewind about 2 years, right? It's November. It's election season. Let's rewind back 2 years. We had the preliminaries leading up to the presidential election here in the United States. If you don't want to hear politics, this is the time. Tune out, zip away, take off. And then we will see you next Monday at 10 a.m. But here we go. So let's rewind 2 years, right? So we got the presidential primaries coming in for both sides, Republican and Democratic parties. I was a Scott Walker guy. I thought he was going to be the guy that was going to win the Republican ticket and then move forward into being voted for the president. I was wrong. It was Donald Trump. And then when Donald Trump won and he beat Hillary Clinton, I was surprised. I was surprised because I I didn't see that coming. I was happy he won because I was super happy when Obama left office. In my opinion, Obama was one of the worst presidents the United States has ever seen. I stand by that statement full well 100%. And then Hillary Clinton came in and I was like, oh my gosh, we're going to get more terribleness. We just had 8 years of awful. Now we're going to get even more awful. And Donald Trump beat her. So I was like, well, at least it wasn't Hillary Clinton, right? So I was happy about that. And then my parents were super excited, right? They were like, yeah, President Trump. And I was like, well, let's see what happens. Like, I don't know. I don't know what to expect. Like most people in this country, I didn't know what to expect. So I can't say that I was a never Trumper, right? I can't say that, but I also wasn't cheerleading the bandwagon, right? I wasn't running around going, I was really happy Hillary didn't win, but I didn't know what to expect from Trump. So I was like, well, let's see what happens, right? And my parents were like, well, what's it going to take for you to get on board? You know? And I said, well, let's see what happens. He's got 2 years. He's got a big vote coming up in 2 years. Let's see what he does in the first 2 years. And if he does big things, look, if you work hard, I think you should be rewarded. That's always when I manage people, when I manage departments, if you work hard, I think you should be rewarded. Is it a guarantee that you will be? No, unfortunately it's not, but I think you should be if you put the effort in. I think hard work breeds rewards, and that's kind of the circle that I see. So with what happened with Trump, I'm not surprised that he's been doing as well as he's been doing. Now, I know that there's people out there that are like, Jeremy, you're crazy. They're going to, people on the left are like, well, the popular vote, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Let's just pull this graphic up real quick. I made this graphic this morning before the show. So this is the results by county, not by city, but by county, right? Across the United States. And they always say, well, Donald Trump didn't win the popular vote. And I always said, yeah, but the majority of the country voted for him. And as you can see by this graph, and this was taken during the elections, right? So during the Trump and Clinton elections, the majority of the country voted for Trump. Now, I get how that can be confusing because you're saying, well, he didn't win the popular vote. How did the majority of the country vote for him? Well, you can tell by that map. The majority of the country where people live in those counties, they voted for him. Did he win the popular vote? No. Does the popular vote matter? No, it does not. And he won by he won by a large majority of the counties across the United States. So America said, this is our guy. Let's give him a shot. So now we move into the midterms, right? So Senates. He won Senate seats, which does not usually happen, right? Usually, if you're a Republican president or a Democratic president, your party is going to lose seats. He did lose them in Congress. We did lose some seats in Congress, but he picked up seats in the Senate, which is amazing. And not only that, when people are like, oh, the Trump train's going to derail, it's not going to work that way because the people that he went out and campaigned for, they won. So people are still behind this guy. America is still behind Trump. We can see that 2 years ago, America was behind Trump. The Senate seats right now, that shows America is still behind Trump. The House results, obviously we lost some House results there as far as congressmen go, but in 2 years we can get those back if the Democrats don't really want to work with the president. So not a big deal. And then the governor's race right now, it's pretty much split 25-25, but once those ballots come in, we should see that we should pick up 2 more Republican governorships. So again, America is saying, the majority of the country is saying, we're still looking for conservative values to bring us out of the mess of the Obama years, which I think is pretty dope. Now, if you look as well, if you go big screen on this, you can see all the different accomplishments he's done. And Trump has done a lot that I've liked as far as cutting taxes, rolling back regulation. He's shrunk the size of the federal government, which I am a big fan of. He's got Justice Kavanaugh in there, which I was also a supporting fan of. And he's just done a lot of work to help people get jobs. He's putting America back to work. People are getting off of food stamps because the American dream has never been come here and rely on the government. The American dream has always come here and build a life for yourself that you and your family can be proud of. And he is helping people achieve that dream. It doesn't matter what race they are either. Black unemployment at its lowest, Asian American at its lowest, Mexican at its lowest for unemployment. People are getting off of food stamps. They're getting back to work. There's just this sense of pride that's happening in the country because people are able to make work happen. They're able to go out and get jobs and earn that income and then bring that income home so that they can, buy groceries for their family. They can take their family on vacations. They can take them on staycations, right? Just depending on where you live. Maybe you live somewhere where there's amusement parks and you want to take your family to an amusement park. Families are able to do that again because they're able to get back to work. So when people say he's racist, I don't think that's necessarily true anymore. as an argument. I can't say that that's a valid argument anymore because no racist would work as hard as Donald Trump has worked to get minorities back into the working space, right? It just doesn't make any sense. If he is a racist, he's literally the worst racist on the face of the planet. Because again, Black unemployment, Hispanic unemployment, Asian American unemployment, and even women. Women are getting back into the workforce in bigger numbers than they have before. So there's just a lot that he's doing for the country as a whole, getting people back to work, getting people some self-respect because now they're making money and they can support their family. He's doing a lot of great things for this country. So I promised my parents, if he does big things, I will be a supporter. And I'm here to admit that after 2 years of watching Donald Trump deregulate the federal government, shrink the size of the federal government, lower taxes for middle America, and as well, get people back to work from all walks of life, right? Not just white people, all walks of life. Every American is getting back to work, and that is awesome. So there you go. Promise kept to my parents. 2 years, he's done a lot, and I am here to say I support the president. So there you go. We are going to move forward now into this outro. Hope you guys have a great week. Hope you guys are able to enjoy the movies that have come out this week. And I hope you're able to spend some time with friends and family on this Veterans Day. Also, everybody who is a veteran, thank you again so much for your service. I hope you are able to enjoy some of those free food offerings that are out there in the description box below. Check them out. And I hope that you take some time to really marinate and think on what I just listed for you as far as where we are as a country right now. I'm not trying to dissuade you from your opinions, but I am trying to give you something to think about that might be contrary to what you've been thinking about. So there you go. All right, everybody, I'm Jeremy Brunansky. I'm going to get out of here. It is time for you to get back to your Monday and enjoy your Veterans Day off. Hope you guys have a great week. Again, hope you're able to get out to see some movies. If you haven't, click subscribe, hit the bell so you get the notifications when new content drops. Give me the thumbs up if you enjoyed any portion of the show, and we will see you next week. We have 6 episodes left. We will see you next week, 10 a.m. PST, right here on YouTube. All right, everybody, have a great night, and as always, good night and good luck. Hey, everyone, I'm Jeremy Brunansky with Brunansky's Vlog, and you've just finished watching another brand new episode right here on YouTube. Did you enjoy it? Oh, you loved it. Fantastic. Since you loved it so much, go ahead and give me that thumbs up because the thumbs up helps people who like movie-related shows find this movie-related show right here on YouTube. Also, don't forget to click subscribe and hit the bell so you get notifications when new content drops. For example, I made a short film and you can check it out right over there and any other number of things, DVD reviews, movie reviews, etc. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next Monday at 10 a.m. PST right here on YouTube. Take care. Bye-bye.